Right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because in today's video, we're going to be talking about Tesla. More specifically, we're going to be looking at Tesla stock as it's down over 10% today, what this means for the Yieldmax version. Notice how it's actually not down 10%, it's down 9 and a bit. We're going to get into that today. I'm going to get into kind of my portfolio around TSLY. For those of you that know, I hold TSLY, I hold 100 shares of TSLY. And could this be a potential opportunity to average down your shares in TSLY before Tesla potentially has a rebound? That's what I want to talk about today. And I want to talk about this because I actually made a bunch of videos in the past where I was saying, look, I'm not going to buy any Yieldmax funds right here. Why I'm not buying or selling any Yieldmax ETFs. The reason being was because eventually the Yieldmax ETFs will trend to zero just due to the fact that they pay out such high dividends. It just goes with their strategy that they will eventually pay out until their share price has eroded. But would it be so bad to take advantage along the way, which is exactly what you pretty much have to do with these funds? You need to make more in terms of dividend income than the share price depreciation. And if you're able to do that, then you win in the Yieldmax funds. And so what I want to say for this video is Tesla has had a significant drop, and I might potentially be looking to average down my shares in TSLY. I mentioned that I might not be buying, but due to the recent drop and the recent opportunity to average down my share price as Tesla has become a pretty low price, and I'm going to get into that, there might be an opportunity here to average down in TSLY. And that is what I want to talk about. But before we get into that, we're up to 3,989 subscribers. Notice we are 11 subscribers away from 4,000 subscribers. If we're able to hit this marker by tomorrow, that would be fantastic. That'd be such an incredible milestone, 4,000 subscribers. So if you're able to do that and help us out, that would be fantastic. And this is a milestone for all of us. Let's be real. From those of you who've been here since day one and 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, this is incredible. So thank you. Okay, without further ado, let's get into this video. So Tesla down 10% today. Why is this? This is due to the fact that Tesla released their earnings and they weren't necessarily up to par. You know how it is, guys, with Wall Street. If there is a slight miss, then Wall Street goes crazy. And as you can see here with Tesla being a volatile stock, they're down 10.5%, let's call it. So now let's see. Tesla stock fell as much as 8% early Thursday after the company reported fourth quarter earnings late Wednesday that missed estimates and issued a beat down full year production outlook. So what they said here is basically they're saying that Tesla missed earnings and also a beat down full year potential outlook. They're saying for 2024, there's going to be less kind of production than 2023, and that's a reason for this current 10% downturn. Now, when we look a little further here, it says for the fourth quarter, Tesla reported top line revenue of 25.17 billion against the expected 25.87 billion. Now, revenue rose approximately 3% from a year ago, which is good. You want your revenue growing year over year. Obviously, 3% is not a huge marker, but it's something. Now, Tesla reported adjusted earnings per share of 71 cents against 73 cents, and this is probably why the stock dropped so much. Adjusted net income totaled 2.48 billion against 2.61 billion expected by Wall Street. So this 2.4 billion, is this really a bad marker? Well, I have Tesla's financials up, and going to their quarterly financials, you could see here that looking at their net income for the last quarter was 1.8 billion. I understand in the previous quarters it was 3.7, 2.5, 2.7, but it dropped to 1.8 billion. And you could see here with this we'll call it about 2.5 billion here, that Tesla actually had a big bump up from their previous quarter in their net income. Although everyone kind of took this to the downside because they didn't hit the expected 2.61 billion by Wall Street, which Wall Street was expecting. Now, this is kind of the 10% decline in Tesla, and that's why I had it. Also had kind of more so a negative outlook for next year, for 2024, as productions are expected to slow, even with kind of the new release of the Cybertruck too. So that is kind of surprising. I guess that's why this 10% is there. Now, obviously, what does that mean for the Yieldmax? ETF, that means that Yieldmax is going to go significantly down as well, which we've seen. Now, over the past month and really over the past 6 months, what I want to show you here is Tesla's been in a downtrend. When we punch out to the yearly calendar here, you can see Tesla had a massive run up in May, but ever since then, it's been hitting lower highs. And we could see here that today it actually broke through a pretty key marker here. You can see about $200 was kind of like Tesla's support level, and we absolutely just blew through it with this unexpected earnings, quote unquote. And so the next kind of level of support for Tesla could be about 160. And so what am I looking to do at this 186 level for Tesla and an $8.83 price for TSLY? What I'm looking to do, potentially, I'm looking to reinvest my dividends. I did not reinvest any of the dividends that I received earlier in the month. Now, I received $46 from Tesla. I received about $47 from SQY, and I received about $14 from Coney, all in Canadian dollars. I'd be looking to reinvest in Canadian dollars, but I might be looking to reinvest into TSLY when I receive my clip dividend, because my clip dividend is going to be coming out in a few days now. I want to show you that just here super quickly. So it says on the 28th here, I should be receiving about $93 in American for the clip dividend, which I'm thinking I might just put all of this and reinvest it into TSLY along with a little bit of my own money just to kind of get a better average purchase price. Now, my average purchase price right now on the 100 shares that I do own is $14.51. And I mentioned here that I wasn't going to be buying any more kind of Yieldmax or any more TSLY. And I'm kind of going back on that just due to the fact that we've seen such a big dip. Tesla is at an attractive marker. And I do think that, look, if we're buying Tesla or TSLY, the underlying stock, even though TSLY does not own any Tesla, but if Tesla's at 186 and it is, I do think it's going to appreciate all the way back up to markers like 250, 270. Then why not take advantage of that? And then at that point, we could look to kind of trim our TSLY position. But we'll hopefully be receiving dividends along the way, and hopefully Tesla will be able to recover. Obviously, Tesla's kind of at a pretty low marker, but this is exactly when we'd want to buy TSLY. We don't want to buy TSLY when it's at the top of Tesla. We want to buy it at Tesla's bottom. So that is kind of a reason for doing so. Now, on my shares, the last and final thing for this video is what I want to do is I want to show you kind of my average purchase price here of $14.51. This is the current kind of equity that I have into TSLY. But if I was looking to add, let's say, an extra, let's do 50 shares times the current share price, which is $8.82, 8.82. So that would give us a total equity kind of into it about $1,900 or so, but we're going to divide that by the amount of shares, which is 150. And you can see here our average purchase price goes way back down to $12.61. Now, if Tesla was to rise back to these $250 levels, I think TSLY could potentially hit the $12.61, bring us back to break even on the purchase price. So this was just a short little video saying what I might do as Tesla has gone down about 10% today, and obviously the Yieldmax version TSLY has kind of followed in suit. But notice it's not exactly 10%. This means that people are currently buying today and see this as an opportunity. So that's something to keep in mind when the underlying stock isn't exactly tracking Tesla. For example, TSLY isn't tracking Tesla exactly. So with all that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, got a perspective of what I'm planning to do with TSLY. If you guys are holders of TSLY yourselves, which I'm sure you guys are, this was just a short little video to explain that and kind of explain why there was such a big dip in Tesla just due to the earnings not hitting exactly where they wanted, being down 2 cents per share on the earnings per share. So if all that was helpful, please do remember to subscribe. We're 11 subscribers away from 4,000 subscribers, so please do so. We're up to 3,989 subscribers. I want to say thank you guys for watching this video and sticking with me as we kind of go through this together. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.